Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and today let's look at Algorand or Algo USDT. So Ethereum in that speak is still in the same range from what we did analysis on live stream, so nothing has much changed there. So I'm still not very much comfortable long in too many alts as we do, but since Neo popped off and now we can kind of move our stop loss to break even, I am more comfortable into taking another alt trade because some of the positions have just opened for ourselves, so we are we can go a little bit more at risk and kind of see what's happening for us in the future. So upon that, we traded Algo a lot back in the day, so right now we can do a little bit of analysis and you can see that we pumped quite considerable from it. You can see we moved out for almost 400%, and right now we had that first kind of a pullback that was a little bit of a like a 50% if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check quickly. Yes, it was around 50%, so you can see a nice healthy 50% retracement with a pump. So right now what we're looking at is for us to gain this left side area so we can continue and possibly break the new high. So you can see by doing that we could potentially gain a pretty good healthy profit take when you look at it, and it's almost 40%. And of course then it all leaves us to our imaginations back above, because Algo has never reached those USDT prices, so we don't know how high it can exactly go. But if you wish to have more information on that matter, how do you exactly calculate how high it can go, I do implore you to check our live stream that we did 2 days ago. I mean, we talked a lot about that there, and so we even had some questions on how we do it, and gave it a little bit of a brief explanation on about it. So right now I'm gonna go down to like 4 hourly, so I get a little bit more defined chart and kind of see where it's going or what it's actually doing at the moment. So, and by the pattern that I see what it currently played, it always held and kind of did these higher lows. I'll be assuming that the most important one is gonna be here. And the problem why this is, or should I say why this makes such a good trade is because if you look at it, the point right now where you want to be creating that higher low is actually one of the mainest areas on this current pump, or should I say in this current structure. So this structure is right now of fundamental importance to us, and thus meaning that this trade is right now as we speak, it is probably a high it has a high chances of playing out, right? So we're talking about something in the midst of 70%, around 70% hit rate. So having a chart of hit rate like this with a defined profit target of what we spoke of here, it's going to bring us a lot of R's, and naturally it is a very good play and highly profitable one as well. So now putting a bit of a safe stop loss under here, and you can see the stop loss is not ashamed of it either, because we are located at about 6.6%. And again, all of the prices can be seen on the right side, so you can see that I'm buying on the area of $1.23 and stop loss is under 1.15. And again, yes, all of the prices will be able to see seen. And right now let's analyze some of the profit takes we are looking to take on this chart. So first of all, I will be taking a profit take right here. I will not be aiming straight for the top, even though it is bull market. You could essentially do that as well, in the good spirit of it, if you're expecting a huge bump. And if you're expecting a continuation of Ethereum, then yes, that would be a correct move to just go and aim it for all the way up here. But in current senses, we do not know if the Ethereum is going to break out, and we do not know if Algo is going to continue as it is right now. So for that, we're going to have to assume that the first profit take will be taken here, or at least I'm going to say it is the safest options that you can probably go for. But you can feel free to skip it and just go for the maximum value on this one, if the bull market persists to stay, obviously. So yes, right now as if speaking, we are looking at about 22 cents movement, 18% or 2.7R, and you can see the profit take is at $1.45. So it is quite a good one. Like I said, we definitely have above 50% here of this trade playing out. So having a trade on 2.7R to begin with, it's absolutely beautiful, right? It is already a very well managed trade with a high profit take and a lot of value to be added. So it is a very good indeed. So right now I'm gonna be dragging it all the way to the top, where we can see that if we take it on the bottom of the box, and probably at something like this, at the top like this, I will be aiming at more of a of the bottom of the box, we can see that here we have a movement of 43 cents or 35% or $1.67 on the chart or 5.3 R. So you can see this is where it really gets interesting. So if you was to skip the first profit take, just go straight for the first one up here, you would see that you would make a quite substantial amount of money, and it would end up being as a really good trade. So it's definitely not one of those trades when you're expecting 400%, right? But it still is a nice continuation, and 40% is nothing to be ashamed of, especially even in the real markets, right? So in crypto, I mean, I know 40% is not anything special during the bull market, but in regular markets 40% is something people would kill over for, right? And obviously when you have a chart like this, a strong position, a nice structure and everything, and if you have a continuation of bull, I would definitely not sell out everything at second profit take. In this case, I would go for the third profit take as well. And this one, because it is such a nice defined structure, I cannot really predict how far up can it go. Thus, we will have to use the method that I spoke before in the beginning of this video, that we did in the previous streaming session, right? Live streaming session. Basically just, waiting for structure to pan out and then moving on stop loss underneath it. So once you have a defined structure pan out, you wait for it to game above the previous high, test the high and move higher, and bam, you can now be placing stop loss underneath this sort of points. And this is probably one of the most easiest approaches you can do in crypto, and it respects really well. Now if you're gonna try to do something like this in regular markets or forex or stuff like this, it's most likely not gonna work out. You will get stopped a lot more, but in crypto you get stopped out really rarely. And especially if you're using, like I'm always suggesting, a tap trader app on your phone, which you can consistently set up your stop loss alarms instead of setting up actually in Binance. And then you can also avoid scam wicks, right? Scam wicks are a huge problem on Binance. I've talked about this a lot before as well. And, it really helps. An app on phone really helps out when you tackle them. So yes, guys, please do join us on this channel of YouTube, right? We do try to make these videos as frequently as possible. It depends on market conditions, because I do try to call out quality trades here at all times in order to keep the high strike rate. So yes, please do subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, comment down below. We do read those. And also, check out our 4C blogspot, where we post videos like this, analysis of Bitcoin, and just different tools that could help you on the way of becoming a trader as well. So thank you for watching, guys, and see you in the next one.